Hello, students and parents. In today's science lesson video, we're going to be going over the different properties that objects have. Um, and with this lesson earlier today during class time, I showed a video of the different properties and how we can organize and classify or name objects so that way we know what they're made of and um, what they look like and all of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a vocabulary page. So that way we always remember what these words mean as we use them throughout the rest of the week for science. So first things first, please put today's date, August 24th, 2020, at the top of your page. And this is going to be vocabulary. And it's going to be vocabulary properties. Let's name it that, properties. Okay, so we have our date, we have our title, and let's go ahead and start filling in our vocab words. So I'm going to first make a line down the center of my page, and for our first word, we're going to write the word large, L-A-R-G-E, and then I'm going to make a line. Our next word is small, S-M-A-L-L. And then we're leaving space here because we're going to draw pictures of what these words mean to help us remember when we look back on it and be like, oh, large means this, small means this, okay? Next word is going to be color, then heavy, and we're going to draw another line. And then we have light and texture. And last but not least, we have shape. Okay, oh, my marker's fading on me. Okay, shape. So with each of these words, we're going to draw a picture to help us remember what these words mean. So for large, what we drew in class is we drew a tree, but you could draw whatever you want that helps remind you what large means. Large means big, so you could draw a tree if you want. You could draw a rock that's pretty big next to a smaller rock. You could draw a house. Lots of kids were saying houses are huge. You could draw a building, really tall building, like that. So you can draw whatever you want for large, but it has to be a big object, something that you can't pick up or move. It has to be a large object. Okay, next is small. So for small, the kids in class recommended that we draw a mouse, but you could draw anything else that you want. If you want to draw a bug, you can draw a bug. You can draw anything that would remind you that small means little or just tiny or just less than large. Okay, so you could draw a bug, you can draw a mouse, you can draw anything that you want, as long as it is a small object. Okay, you could even draw a paperclip if you wanted. Paperclip, I think it's kind of like that. You could draw a paperclip, anything small. Okay, you can even draw your pinky nail. Right now our pinky nails are tiny or small. Okay, now for color, what we did is we drew a rainbow and we did all the colors of the rainbow because the rainbow is very colorful. There's a lot of colors in the rainbow. You could also draw, maybe if you have a shirt that has lots of colors on it, you could draw a shirt and color it with all different colors. Maybe paint, if you want to draw some paint, you could draw a paint can or with a paintbrush for color. Anything that'll help you remind you of color. But we did a rainbow because we knew rainbows have lots of color in them. Next is heavy. For heavy, we drew a car in class. But if you want to draw something else, you can. But we drew a car because cars are heavy and we can't pick them up. But if you want to draw maybe a house. Another kid said we could draw a house. So if you didn't draw a house over here, you could draw a house for this object or this word for this property. You could draw a house, you could draw a car, pretty much anything heavy that you cannot pick up, okay? Then there was light. For light, we drew a feather because feathers are very thin and light and they float and they just float around and you can pick them up very easily. So we did a feather, or some kids even said a piece of paper. You could do a piece of paper. A pencil, another student said a pencil is light because you can pick it up. Or you can even do a pen or an eraser. If you want to do an eraser. Okay, so those are some options for light. Then texture. Now texture was a little different. Some kids said that for texture to draw a lollipop because texture is like sticky, slimy, rough, smooth, soft. That's texture. Okay, so you could do a lollipop because it's sticky, or some kids even said slime. You could draw some slime oozing out of a can. For texture, you could draw a rock if you wanted. Draw a crazy rock. You could draw maybe a piece of gum that's chewed because that's like goopy. Any kind. So those are some ideas for texture. Texture is like sticky, slimy, squishy, like crunchy, anything like that. Okay. Then last but not least is shape. For shape, here, let me move this up. For shape, think of the different shapes that we see in outside. We have triangles, circles, squares, rectangles. If you want to get fancy, you can do a diamond. Even like you could do a stop sign. Stop signs are a shape that's actually called a hexagon. I think actually I made an octagon, but you can do a hexagon, like a stop sign, like that. Sorry. So if you want to do a stop sign, that's a shape. So all different shapes. Okay. And then when you finish drawing all your pictures, you're going to color it in, make it beautiful, and then you can go over it and get an idea. Whatever you forget, what are these properties means. Okay. So that is going to conclude our science video for vocabulary properties. If you have any questions about this assignment, please let Ms. Kalasa and I know. We are happy to help with anything that you may need with an assignment. So that is going to conclude our video. Please turn in this assignment when you have completed it, and we'll see you later.